My name is Chip Tudor, and I would like to talk to you about a book that I've written. It's called How to Build a Church Intramural Sports League. Here's a picture of it. I printed this off the computer because it's actually an ebook that's on Amazon.com. I am currently the pastor of adult groups at Fairhaven Church in Dayton, Ohio. If you'd like to see my church credentials, you can go to fairhavenchurch.org. I've also been a professional copywriter for over 20 years, and if you'd like to see my credentials as a copywriter, you can go to my website, which is chiptudor.com. But I'd like to tell you a little bit the story behind this book. Several years ago, I was the pastor of Adult 50 Plus at Fairhaven Church, and I was asked if I would be interested in working with the men in the men's ministry. And what I quickly discovered in working with the men is that all of the men that were currently involved in the men's ministry were all over 50 years old. In other words, it was the same guys I was already ministering to. Now, Fairhaven Church is an intergenerational church. We had and have a number of guys that are in their 20s and 30s and 40s, but none of them were involved in the men's ministry. So the very first goal I had was how to engage these younger men in the men's ministry. I've been an athlete most of my life. I competed in high school sports and college sports, so sports is natural for me. That was a good fit for me. I've also been involved in church recreation in several different other churches. So sports was a way for me to go to involve guys. Most of my experience, however, in church sports has been inter-church sports. In other words, I'd get a team together of basketball players, or I'd get a team together of softball players, and we would compete in a league against other churches. The problem with this is that you're only engaging around 10 guys for basketball and about 15 guys for a softball team. And I wanted to engage more guys. So I began to think about how to do that with sports. So I came up with the idea of building an intramural sports league. In other words, I would build the entire league from within Fairhaven Church, using the guys at Fairhaven and then having them invite some of their friends outside of Fairhaven. So I came up with this plan and the strategy, and I began to work this plan and this strategy. And it took me a while to do it, but when I first launched my first men's basketball league, I had 8 teams and 72 guys involved in the league. And it was a hit. It was a huge success. So I decided, well, let's try the same thing with softball. And following the same basic pattern, I created a softball league, 8 teams, and we had over 100 guys involved in softball. And then lastly, I decided I would do a co-ed volleyball league, and using the same principles, I came up with a co-ed volleyball league, and I had 72 people involved. So you're now talking about approximately 240 to 250 people that were involved through these sports. So I tell you how to do this in this book. I walk you through it. It's $6 on Amazon.com. You can go to Amazon.com and just type in how to build a church intramural sports league, or you can type in Chip Tudor and it should come up. I think it's a great value, and I encourage you to check it out.